Hey guys, it's Whitney from Ugly Diet, and I definitely wanted to film a vlog today to go with the blog I wrote, uglydiet.com if you want to read it. But you know, I originally wanted to go put makeup on and probably wash this hair that I haven't washed since Friday. It's Monday. But you know what? I'm high on endorphins right now. I had such a really good workout, recorded some new footage for another workout video, and I just decided to go for it because, you know, I can't call it Ugly Diet and then look perfect in every shot, because that's not fucking life, is it? We look like this, no makeup. And I would film like this, but blue eyes means I'm gonna be squinting, and at 30 you do what you can not to get wrinkles. So I'm avoiding squinting. Anyways, I just wanted to talk about my weekend. We live in, I would say, east central part of Florida, close to Daytona Beach. And Sean, my boyfriend's parents, they have a kind of a vacation house down in Venice, Florida. It's about 3 hours away, and it's on the Gulf of Mexico side of Florida. And basically we love it there. It's paradise. It's beautiful. The beaches are clear. They usually don't have the waves like the East Coast. The fishing is great. Me and Sean love to fish. So it's always a great time. And I mean, the house has a pool, there's a hot tub, and Sean's parents were actually heading home after this weekend, probably not to be down here for another 8 months. They live in Massachusetts. So it was really important, you know, family time to go down there and spend, you know, the last weekend they're going to be here together and have some fun. Especially important for Sean. I mean, he only sees his parents a few times a year. So Friday night, we're, Friday during the day, we're packing, and I'm just thinking, you know, it's like every time we go down there, even though we go down there all the time, we use the house all the time, it's like a binge eating and drinking fest. Like I said in my blog, we literally substitute pina coladas for water, greasy breakfast every morning at whatever diner we find, or even Denny's that's right by the house. I always have to hit up Mad Dogs. It's an awesome hot dog shop that does like hot dogs from different cities in the United States. So I always eat way too much there, and I do it every time I go. But long story short, every time we come back, I feel like absolute shit. I feel run down, my stomach's upset because I've just been drinking and eating, and you know, lately I've had so much progress. Friday I weighed in and I was 1.4 pounds away from being officially 10 pounds down, and I was just almost willing to bypass this super fun trip because I just didn't want to screw up the scale. I was like, no, I can't slide back, because once I slide back, it's so hard to get back into it, blah, blah, blah. Well, life is more important than a scale number, and I talked myself off the ledge and I decided to go down. So my game plan was, I'm still doing the Ugly Diet Challenge, so first of all, no alcohol. So that's out the window. There's just no way. I'm just gonna skip drinking. No big deal. I love the pina coladas, but they'll be there another weekend. So anyways, the first night we get down there, Sean's mother made ribs and potato salad, and it's just like my fears confirmed. Like, first meal here, literally within 15 minutes of pulling in, and I'm eating ribs and potato salad. So at that point I had a choice. And I think a lot of people trying to lose weight probably go through this. My choice was just feel defeated, slam as many ribs as I can in potato salad, and just do the whole, it's not worth it, I'll just get back on track on Monday. Well, you know, something really is different this time. My mindset is finally, I think, where it needs to be, the positivity, and I didn't want to do that to my body. I just feel like crap when I do that. So I just had a normal, I think I had like a quarter of a rack of ribs, and I had a normal, you know, serving of potato salad. And then I hopped in the pool before I went to bed and did some laps, swim around, burned some calories just to kind of even it out. So and I decided, you know, that wasn't so hard. I just ate like a normal person. I didn't go crazy because it wasn't the lightest calorie or the most friggin' healthy thing I could eat. I just decided to live, but live in a way that my goals aren't getting thrown out the window. I figured, hey, if I weigh in on Monday and I'm a few pounds up, whatever, it's probably mostly going to be bloat anyways, so who cares? I'm going to enjoy this time with Sean's family since it's so rare. So I continued my weekend. I got up, I took Maggie, my little basset hound, to the park twice a day, ran around with her, took the paddleboard out, went swimming a few more times, did some walking around an art fair. And by the time it was all said and done, I had eaten ribs, potato salad, a filet mignon, a pretty big one, I'm not gonna lie, chicken wings. What else was there? I ate a handful of some chocolate candies, the with covered pomegranate seeds. They're so good. I think it's Brookstone, if you know what I'm talking about. And anyways, and a burrito. So I ate all of these things, and when I weighed in today, I was down. I was down 1.4 pounds. I ate all of these foods this weekend, and I still lost because I stayed active. And if it wasn't a meal we were having together, I made sure it was light and healthy to compensate for what I knew would be a heavier dinner. And, you know, I went to weigh in today. Like I said, I fully expected the scale to be up. I, in my head, was indulging, but actually I wasn't. I was just eating healthy. I was eating normal portions of delicious homemade food. And I think this is a really good point for people to realize is if you really don't have to cut foods out, and when you do cut foods out, like I had the thought of maybe I should just go buy a Publix salad and, you know, be the sad girl eating lettuce that isn't even part of the meal while everyone else is having steak, just not enjoying this freaking salad because I hate salads, but, you know, torturing myself anyways because of a scale number. And instead, you know, I said, fuck that. I'm having the steak. Whatever happens, happens. I'm not going to overeat. I'm just going to eat a small portion. I'm not going to do seconds. And I'm not going to get down on myself. I'm just going to keep going. And you know what? That ended up with a loss. Hell yeah. So don't ever cut any food out. Just eat smaller portions. I mean, if it's cake, don't eat it every day. But I mean, if you're at work and it's someone's birthday and there's cake there, and God, all you want to do is eat that goddamn cake, you're just imagining the frosting. I can relate. Have the fucking cake. Just go take a walk when you get home and friggin' brush that shit off, because it's the consistency. It's not one moment that defines your weight loss journey, or defines your life, or defines any journey. It's the steps as a whole. It's all of the other moments combined. It's the sum total of what you do. That one piece of cake is not going to ruin you unless you let it. Just like the ribs didn't ruin me, the steak didn't ruin me. That was the second steak I had this week. The chicken wings didn't ruin me, thank God, because that's a favorite food of mine. And I feel great today. I went to the gym. Like, Tuesdays are my official weigh-in days. So tomorrow I'll get the number that, you know, what my week works out to. But I am feeling pumped. And I just really thought it was so important to, you know, share this anecdote as proof that you don't have to just friggin' eat lettuce. We're not rabbits. Screw that. Eat what you want. Just get your portions together, and if it's not a social meal, it's not like a family thing or a celebration, then balance it with those meals. Make sure those are really healthy, and then it's all gonna work out. Like I said, it's a sum total. It's not one moment, it's a sum of many moments that are gonna define where you end up. And just on a second note, I cannot tell you how much anxiety I had thinking about the fucking scale number today. You know, screw the fact that I can tell I'm getting stronger in my workouts. Screw the fact that my stretchy workout pants are actually feeling looser. My jeans are getting looser. You know, who cares about that? I was so worried about what that scale was going to tell me. And you know what? That's a whole nother problem. What that number, a digital number should not be dictating your life. Like, how that number comes up should not be so influential to you that your day is defined by it, your week is defined by it, your month. It is important, especially for me, to keep myself in check. But if you see a little bit of a gain on the scale, who gives a shit? It could be bloat. Maybe you ate, you know, something more high in sodium than normal. Maybe you had a drink and you're retaining a little water. You know, don't stress it. Give it a few days, you know, adjust, weigh yourself again. Dude, if your pants are loose, who gives a fuck about that number? Seriously, I'm so like, this is such an epiphany because I've read it a million times, like, don't let the number dictate your life. And I mean, I would even tell people that, but then there I was, you know, stressing out all weekend about what this little digital scale was gonna come out and tell me how I did officially. No, I should have looked at it and been like, girl, you were at the park jogging, you were paddleboarding, you got your portions in check, you didn't go back for seconds. No matter what, that's a win. No, I was worried about numbers. I was worried about numbers that don't fucking matter, really. I mean, there's so many other things to track your weight loss. That stupid number, I mean, it is important in general, but one little gain or one little weekend where family time or a social engagement is just more important, screw that number, screw it. Because you know what, like I've said before, and like I'm realizing, weight gain is usually a symptom of something else. And for me, I figured out it was a symptom of missing actually actively living my life. That's what it's a symptom of. And I am not gonna let being scared of some little scale number stop me from living my life and freaking hide again. I had that choice again. I could have stayed home, hid in the living room to like please the god of the digital scale. But you know what? Fuck that. I went, I ate, I kept it under control. I had a great time. I got to see, you know, Sean's family. I got to have good quality time with Sean. And I had a loss anyway. So anyways, this was a little bit long-winded and not really planned. But damn, screw the scale. Get back to living. That's the fun part of life. And, you know, everything else will fall in place. So thanks for watching, guys. Love you. Bye.